To be modern is to experience personal and social life as a maelstrom.
To be modern is to be part of the universe in which that is solid melts into the air.
To be modern is to find one's world and oneself in perpetual disintegration and renewal, trouble and ambiguity and contradiction.
The modern-day education system of the Philippines is made up of a new approach to learning that includes online education, skills development, courses, digital learning platforms, a grading system, and the use of educational technology in the classrooms, as well as newly introduced new education policy known as the K-12, which extend compulsory schooling to grades 11 and 12, adds 2 years to secondary school, and make secondary education compulsory. The goal of modern education is to provide the student with knowledge and to prepare them for life. A student who has received such an education will be able to tackle obstacles in real life more effectively and will be able to contribute constructively to social betterment.
With consumers worldwide migrating online and demanding 24/7 access to services, firms will need to upgrade their IT and application architectures in order to be flexible enough to continuously innovate and accelerate their go-to-market activity. One of the most modern market strategies is the use of social media to sell items, which may easily reach an audience distributed throughout the entire world with high precise interest. Shopping malls are another example of market modernization. Nowadays, it's difficult to envision a city without a shopping district. The existence of shopping centers has a significant impact on the modification of long-term patterns of shopping behavior and shopping habits in the majority of population groupings. A shopping center is a form of commercial property used to combine operations. It typically reflects a combination of retail, services, catering, leisure time, amusement, and another type of companies. The journey to modernization, on the other hand, can be difficult since firms frequently lack the know-how and instrument to navigate their way through without incurring additional cost. They may be able to recognize potential risk and handle complexity in order to further application modernization's efforts to provide the desired business advantages.
Mass media has had a significant impact on how we live. Learners suggested that interaction with the media aided the process of transitioning from a traditional to a modernized condition. Categorizing mass media as a mobility multiplier, allowing individuals to witness events in distant area, causing them to reevaluate their conventional way of life. Lerner argued that media exposure made traditional societies less constrained by traditions and encouraged them to aspire to a new and modern way of life. Television, radio, computers, cell phones, laptop, computers, and newspapers are examples of modernized mass media. Filipinos' migration has become a prevalent demographic response to numerous socio-economic difficulties. Given the country's severe economic difficulties in recent years, the Philippines has become a key supplier of international migrants and one of the world's largest sending countries of labor to various countries. Filipino workers, both men and women, leave the country in search of a stable income, which is difficult or insufficient in their home country. Nowadays, Filipinos work abroad to provide for their families, necessities, and desires. One example is the Katas ng London, which develops modern houses for income of abroad workers.
Modernization appears to be divided into two stages. It carries the institutions and ideals of society with it until a certain point in its journey, which is often considered as progressive upward movement. Nonetheless, challenge and response remain at the heart of modern civilization. One example is the growing number of religions, including Roman Catholics, Muslim, Hindus, Buddhists, and others. When it comes to our law, in previous years, euthanasia and abortion were totally prohibited. But currently, euthanasia is nearly always done through a waving sign by the family, and abortion is frequently done to young generations who are victims of early pregnancy on which uncontrollable by the government. Prior to the arrival of the Spaniards in 16th century, most people live in small independent villages called barangays, each ruled by a local paramount ruler called datu. But today's Filipinos live in local cities, subdivisions, and municipalities ruled by what we call mayor, who is followed by vice mayors and down to kagawads. In previous generations, only men were allowed to vote, but in today's generation, women have the right to vote, which is why women's suffrage was implemented and still happening today, which is guided by different technologies used in voting, which we call the voting machine. A machine that uses an optical scanning mark, sense reading device, or any other similar advanced technology to count ballots. It is clear that these technologies frequently play a major role in empowering citizens and promoting political opposition mobilization. Oppositional uses of these technologies are clearly inhibited by political incumbents who utilize a complex repertoire of power maintenance techniques.